Hello, my dear students. Today we will start with unit number 5, that is interrupt programming. So basically there are different contents which we are going to see in this unit. So starting with our contents, we will be seeing interrupt programming, programming of timer interrupt, programming of external interrupts, serial port programming, and interfacing of PIC18F458 8-bit module LCD, that is 16 into 2. Okay, so basically it is very essential to know what exactly is meant by a interrupt. So generally speaking, interrupt is nothing but the process of stopping the continuous progress, or just breaking the continuity, or you may also call it as suspending the task temporarily. So what exactly happens in interrupt? See, interrupt is a signal which is given to the processor. Okay, so basically it is responsible for suspending a task for some time, or you may call it as temporary suspension of a task. So usually we know that a single microcontroller can serve several devices. So basically there are two methods by which the device receives the service from microcontroller. So it may either be a interrupt or a polling. So for this I'll just give you a simple example. Basically see, if you are playing a game on your cell phone, okay, you are playing a game on your cell phone, and on your cell phone you have a incoming call. So this incoming call on your cell phone is going to act as a interrupt. Okay, you were playing a game on your cell phone and suddenly you have a incoming call on your cell phone. So it is up to you whether you want to receive that call, or you just allow that call to ring for certain duration, and after that you will again resume back to your game. It means what happened, you were playing with a game, suddenly you have a incoming call which is going to act as a interrupt. Okay, so for that amount of time your task, that is playing a game, is being stopped temporarily, and you can attend the phone call. So if you want to speak with the person, you may receive the call, you may complete your conversation with the concern, and then you may end your call. After ending the call, you will again resume back to your game from where you left. Okay, so this is one thing. This is resembling the interrupt. Or you may have such thing that if you don't want the interrupt coming in between, so you may ask your processor, cell phone's processor, to continuously monitor whether someone is going to call you or not. It means processor is supposed to continuously monitor whether there are chances of incoming call or not. So if you just compare these two examples for the same case, in example 1 I told you there was an interrupt which was occurring, but in second case we are telling the processor to continuously monitor whether you may have an incoming call or not. So this is telling us about polling. But see, polling is going to waste a lot of time. It is not going to allow a processor to sleep. It is not going to allow a processor to have a rest time. So this is not the efficient use of a processor. We cannot use, or we don't have any right to utilize the processor in such a way. So always, if you have two options of interrupts and polling, definitely we have to prefer interrupts and not the polling. So as far as interrupt is concerned, I would just say that whenever a device needs the microcontroller's service, the device notifies it by sending an interrupt signal. Upon receiving an interrupt signal, the microcontroller stops whatever it is doing and serves the device. The program associated with the interrupt is called as interrupt service routine. Whereas if it is a question of polling, the microcontroller continuously monitors the status of a given device. When the status condition is met, it performs the service. After that, it moves on to monitor the next device until each one is serviced. Although polling can monitor the statuses of several devices and serve each of them as a certain condition is being met, still it is not the efficient way to use a microcontroller. So advantage of using an interrupt is that you can serve many devices but not all at the same time. So each device can get the attention of microcontroller based on the priority. So priority is nothing but the important thing which comes into picture as far as interrupts are concerned. So here in short I just tried to tell you the difference between the interrupts and the polling. So on the screen you can just see one simple diagram which is indicating the interrupt. Now you can see here you have a main program flow which is indicated by this direction, you can see. Okay, you can see it here. So this is a program, that is your main program consisting of different instruction. Program is nothing but consisting of different instructions. So here a interrupt has occurred. Okay, interrupt has occurred, but see the processor will complete its execution of this instruction number 4 and then it will go to this interrupt. This is called as ISR, that is interrupt service routine. It is also a set of program only. See that you have to take into consideration that whatever interrupt service routine is written, that should be small enough, because see whatever is the time which will be required to execute this ISR, okay, that much time your main program will be delayed. Okay, so here your main program was being executed, here you got an interrupt, this instruction was executed, then the control was transferred to this ISR. After executing this ISR, your program is going to return back to the main program. But see, we should notice one thing, that always we have a program counter, okay, which points to the current location or which holds the address of current location. So whenever this instruction is executed, this address will be stored by the program counter. Similarly, when it comes here, this address will be stored and so on. So when this instruction is executed, program counter will have the address of this instruction. But as soon as interrupt has occurred, at that time this program counter will store its content on a hardware called as stack. We know that stack, okay, stack is the important part as far as the controllers are concerned. So this is a stack which will hold the contents of PC. What is PC? PC is a program counter which always tries to point out the memory location, current memory location. So currently this instruction 4's address is on PC. So here PC is going to have the address of instruction 4. Now interrupt has occurred. Keep in mind there are two addresses or two memory locations, that is 0008 and 0018. As I told you about priority, priority is nothing but giving the service very fast or depending on the emergency. Okay, there are two types of priorities, higher priority and lower priority. If it is the memory location of 0008, it means it is of higher priority, but if the address is of 0018, it means it is of low priority. Here along with interrupt you are going to get these memory locations. So the contents of this program counter will be any of the address amongst these. Now current contents are stored onto the stack, and now this program counter will have this two addresses, amongst these two addresses whichever is there according to the priority. Okay, so accordingly this control will be transferred to these addresses where you will get your interrupt service routine. But see that at the end of this interrupt service routine you have a return instruction which helps you to return back to your main program, okay, which helps us to return back to our main program, okay. So, this is the important thing which should be known to us. But see, the similar concept we have already seen. We have seen the subroutine. In subroutine we do use call and return instruction. In the similar terms we do use the return instruction in case of interrupt service routine, okay. So, whenever a execution of subroutine program is initiated by using a software, by a microcontroller, it uses a call instruction, okay. So, as far as subroutine is concerned, it is having main program along with subroutine. But if you see the interrupts, you have this main program along with ISR, that is interrupt service, okay, routine, interrupt service routine, okay. So, I think the concept of interrupt is very clear from this part, okay. So, basically it is very essential to always have a comparative study, okay, a comparative study between the two things. Like here we saw the difference between the interrupts and the subroutine. Coming to the next point, so we have a next point, that is I will just introduce few more things about the interrupts, okay.